Hey everyone, getting ready for round 3 with this Karn list. I just decided to restart the recording because my opponent is taking a very long time to decide their mulligan. So I decided to keep this hand based on the idea that I can go turn 1 Amulet into turn 2 Azusa and turn 3 have 6 mana. I said I probably wouldn't keep this hand if it didn't have a second bounce land or didn't have Cavern, but with those factors together, I think it's quite good. And so we can draw an Amulet, we can draw a Dryad, we can draw a Azusa, we can draw a Pact, we can draw a Titan, we can draw a Karn. Any of those things in this hand becomes quite good. Opponent mulled to 4. Don't know what that necessarily means. Could be Living End, could be Murktide. We might get a concession from our opponent before they fetch just to try and hide information. This feels like Living End. Is this the mirror? No, elementals. Oh, wow. This is the Cascade deck with the red card. Huh. Okay. Well, good to know, I guess, before we kill them. Okay. So I think I want Cultivator Colossus because it can kind of come back from them going over the top. I don't think I want Bojuka Bog. I don't know if there's any other changes I want to make. I think I just want to leave the combo intact. Maybe Tribe Elder's bad and I just want to bring in like a land. Because it's just so slow. This hand is like one good ramp piece away from being busted. Then again, they could have like a foundation breaker and just wreck me. Also, if I draw Karn, it's kind of fine. I'll keep. May come to regret that keep. Probably should have mulliganed. I just thought this hand had a lot of potential to be something good on the draw, and it's not like we have infinite time, and if I mulligan too low, then a foundation breaker on like an Urza Saga could just like end me. And we've also drawn 3 blanks in a row, so that's going to make a hand look bad. We basically wanted to draw most of the non-land cards of our deck, and we drew 3 lands. So, I don't know. Yeah, we're pretty dead. I think our opponent would have to get ridiculously unlucky at this point for us not to be dead. Notably, I would have preferred a Sakura Tribe Elder to this Boseiju. Don't think it matters, though. I think I'm probably... I don't know if I'm even surviving this turn. Okay, so that's a pretty weak glimpse. I think they actually are in a worse state post-glimpse than they were prior to casting it. Yeah. Okay, it was a bad keep, I guess. Can I claim I'm unlucky with this draw at this point? Can I? Is that reasonable for me to say? Just do a subtlety here. Just actual lethal. Okay. I'm not going to change between the Bisoju and the Tri-Belter, even though it looked bad that game. I still think, generally speaking, I want to have more, like, combo open than, like, fair open. So I don't want to, like, miss playing an Amulet on one because I have a Sakura Tri-Belter in my hand rather than a Biseiju kind of thing, or Grazer on one. Here we go. Keep this. So I think I can afford to play around Force here, and the way I do that is I go Forest, Amulet, turn 2, Amulet, and then I play the Gruul Turf, and they can force and kill both Amulets, but I at least get out the Karn. And then I can potentially, like, coding them down before they can get to the 3 mana they need for their glimpses. I think if I can keep them from ever getting to 3 mana, that's sort of a win in itself. They might subtlety the Karn. I guess if they have Force Vigor and Subtlety, that's a pretty good draw for them, and it takes 4 of their cards to do that. And we would still draw the Karn again the next turn. Really like them to mulligan low this game. Because I think when we've got like a Karn hand, the less resources they have, the better. To sort of, you know, fight their way out of the Karn lock. Still think I'm gonna go for the Karn lock. I'm just playing around Force of Vigor and like Foundation Break in here. If I keep the Gruul Turf in hand and they destroy an Amulet, it's bad for me. I don't see any reason to pact this turn. I'll just tighten next turn. This game is very locked up, and Summoner's Pact seems like the main kill mechanic of our opponent right now, honestly. So I'm forcing them to fetch here, and then I'll use Karn, and I'll just grab Engineered Explosives for 0. Is it time to spin the wheel? Sure. 3 permanents. They better be good ones. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we played that game cautiously, but I think we just left our opponent no avenues for victory. I think if I hadn't played that game cautiously, I would have left myself open to just losing the game to a Force of Vigor, and with the way I did it, I don't really think my opponent had any point in the game where they could have done anything that really mattered. Alright, see everyone for the next round.